Finally, it's time for a plant haul, and I bought the wrong plant. Hi and welcome back for a new video. My name is Marco, better known as Handy Plant Guy, and I went to a plant outlet 2 weeks ago. Last week I already filmed this haul, but without any audio, and I also did a repot. So let's do this plant haul again and check on the plants 2 weeks later now. I went to the plant outlet with 3 little gifts for each of my girls. For Norisa, I had a little offset from an anthurium with reddish veinings, which I bought last year on the plant outlet. And it was the last one back then. For Tamara, I had a cutting from Philodendron gloriosum tricolor, which I struggle with to grow. And for Jacqueline, I had a corm from my alocasia Sandarina nobilis, a pink. Oh my god, such a long name. And they were extremely happy. I love to give gifts because we don't see each other that often, so I really enjoyed it. But let's jump right into the haul and start with the first plant. Actually, the wrong plant that I bought, because at the plant outlet just a week before they made some vlogs and put them on Instagram, and I saw a new edition of a agapanthus with pink flowers. We all know the white and the blue flowers, and I thought it was this one just because of the flowers, but it's not. These are a kind of lilies. So I went back and got the right one after the plant outlet. So these are plants for outside. So I'm gonna put them in my greenhouse outside, and we're gonna keep some updates about these ones. So I'm really happy with this one. I hope the pink flowers will be really pink and not like white pinkish. So I'm excited for that one. Oh, and I had a budget from €100 because I made some envelopes with different kinds amount of money, and I picked the 101. And I was a little bit over budget because for all of the plants I paid €104. But hey, €4, I can live with that. I bought a lot of anthuriums, and I would say let's start with one. I think the first in my cart was a Anthurium hookeri variegated. This one. And this was so root bounded when I gave this a repot 1 week ago. And the good thing now is, after 1 week of repot, we can look at some updates. Maybe there's some root growth already. Not with this one. Not with that one. But the new leaves and the shield here is like really pinkish. And the newest leaf is a little bit damaged, which is normal at the plant outlet because all of the people are taking the plants out, putting them back, not on the right spot. And that's why not all of the names were the right names, because there was only a name on each tray. But when you pick this plant and you put it into a philodendron tray, and you're not a real plant people or plant parent, you don't know, and you buy this plant as a philodendron. But this is my Anthurium hookeri. This was variegated, and this was a wishlist plant for me. I'm lately into Anthurium, so I'm really happy that I own one like this. And it has insane root growth. And they also call this one the bird's nest anthurium. And you got another one, a renaissance. And I think it is a that one. Also here there was no name on it. So if you know which anthurium this is, let me know down below in the comments. It's also a variegated one, but it has like longer petioles than the hookeri. And I also repotted this one. Let me see if there's already some new roots. Not yet. But I will insert some footage when I did a repot. And normally I would like to grow all of my plants in semi-hydro, but I didn't want to disturb all of the roots. That's why everything which was in soil I put back in soil or in aeroid mix. And when I take a cutting or something else, I will put that into semi-hydro. So this is my anthurium, which I got no idea of, but it has some really nice variegation. Another anthurium, I went crazy with anthurium this time, is this anthurium silver blush. No, not silver blush, pink blush. I just heard the name. Tamara told me there was a pink blush. Never saw that before. I saw that before at in Germany at der Holländer called. They had it last year in December, I guess, but it's way too far. So I'm really happy I owned this one. Oh, and the prices, because there were insane prices. The wrong plant that I bought was like 10 euro because it has a pink dot. The Anthurium hookeri, I'm not sure. I think it was 13 or 15 euro or 10. I will look it up and I will put the prices on the screen. This little variegated one was 11, I think. And this one, I keep telling silver blush, but it's pink blush. My favorite color, and it has just like those pinkish veins, and the leaf will turn like really dark with the pink dot in the middle. And like you can see, there is like beneficial insects on here. I just left them on here and it got some yellowing leaf. It already had some yellowing leaves, but I keep them just not because they're beautiful, but just to get the energy back to the plant. And let's check the roots here. Here you can see the roots, they're also a little bit pinkish. Let me show you better. They're like a kind pinkish, and it already making some new roots over here. And over here is a new root. So I think this will be fine. And it's just a really beautiful plant. Also, the newest leaf is a little bit damaged. Like I told you, that is normal with such events. And I couldn't resist, so I bought 2 of them. This had like almost dark leaves, almost black leaves, like really dark. This is the newest leaf, which you can see had a really hard time. And the pinkish dot. And can you imagine growing this out to big leaves? Let's see the roots. Here is a new root coming. Also here a small one, here. And also over here some, can you see with the reflection? Yeah, here. So I'm really in love with those one. And I'm really happy that I could bring them into my collection. Next, I bought a little philodendron pink princess in this little cute pot. It was €5. The pink blush, again, they were €14 each. So, really cheap. This was €5 with a plant in it. But I already gave the pink princess a repot. You can't see any roots by yet, but that's a little pink princess marble. And there are 3 plants. So I think this is tissue culture because at the base they're sprouting like new plants. So hopefully this won't die on me. This also was a wishlist plant for me. A Anthurium peltigerum. And it has those, I thought these leaves were like really soft, but they're leathery. So perfect for me. And I really love this plant. And it's already after 1 week now making a new leaf. And I think this will be an inflow. And I still know when I repotted this one, it was like really root bounded, but when I loosen it up, it was like only half of the pot. So let's check if there's some new growth already. Root growth. There's one tiny root over here. So we will have to wait for that one. And there's a lot of roots here. So I will add a layer of moss so the new roots can grow into the moss and into the substrate. And I have one anthurium left, but that's for later. I went out of my comfort zone and I bought a booby cactus. There were like different kind of booby cacti, like the boobies facing up or hanging down. And I just was drawn to this one. And it's in a nice lava substrate. And I didn't do a repot on this one because I didn't have any cacti or succulent soil. So that's for another video. And I really love this. This was €11, I guess. Maybe it's still on the pot. Yeah, €11. So it's not pricey, but it's also not cheap. So I don't know for this size, but I'm really happy that I own one now. Look at the little boobies. And now I got them all both. So I got the penis cactus. Last year I bought that in France. And now I got the booby cacti. So really happy with this one. And I bought a pink variegated, I can't pronounce the name and I also can't remember, but I will put all of the names on screen. And this was €5. And you see them often right now, but not with pink variegation. You can find them with reddish, yellow, orange, all kinds of color. But when I saw that one with the pink variegation, I knew I had to get this one. And this was the blue, and that was €5. So really not expensive. And I already own one like that, but it's mutated. That's not from the PlantOutlet, because this I bought last year, and that's a mutated one, and it had just a lot of pink. I also showed you this already in my all my pink videos, plants pink video. I already showed you that one in my all my pink plants video, and it has a lot of babies or pups, or how do you call it? One over here, one over here. I count them, and I think it was like 22, because look here, all of the babies. And also on this side. So I have to get a little bit smarter for the cacti. I can grow succulents, but never tried cacti. So we will see how that works out. And at the end, I found a pink Cordyline. All of the names. A pink Cordyline, which is for inside, but in the summer you can put this outside also. And I just thought this like fluo pink, I love it. It's not a really typical plant, but it's family with the yucca, so it should be easy to grow. And this was a yellow dot, and that was €3, I guess. €3 for that one, and it has already a really nice size. So that's more like a, not a wishlist plant, also not a filler plant, because I really like those new emergent pink leaves. So I'm also happy with that one. Then I bought a really nice anthurium. I'm gonna insert some footage where I show you that. And it's a silver blush blizzard variegation, or just because there are no names on it, or just a silver anthurium silver blush variegated. And it's that one. I repotted this one. I not just had one, because there are like 5 plants in one pot. So I took them all out. Let's see, any new roots? Not yet. No, not yet. But guys, look at the variegation. And the reason why I separate all of the plants was because the leaves were getting stuck in each other and like a little bit misformed. Look at this variegation. It's just wow. So I'm happy with that one. This is another one which was in the pot, so the leaf is damaged, but the variegation, that's not normal. And these were also €14 for 5 plants in one pot. Let me check some roots here. There's one new root growing over here. Over here, one tiny little root. Some more. One tiny root is coming over here. But the leaves are insane beautiful. And then I got 3 little baby off of this plant. That's the first baby with also really nice variegation. And the leaves are really hard. So they're not like floppy. No root growth over here. But I remember those 3 small baby ones had not that much root. But 1 week later and they're still healthy. And 2 of them I put in semi-hydro because they had just some new roots. And I didn't want the mother plant in semi-hydro because otherwise I had to really damage the roots and clean the roots and give them more shock. And that's why I put those 2 in semi-hydro. Let's start with this small one. There's 1 leaf which is dying off, which is not bad because it's the oldest leaf. And I don't think you can see any root grow by now. Should I take this out? Oh, I will put it back later. Look at this. I know there were not that much roots on here. So now I can take this oldest leaf off. I'm making a mess. So just really nice variegation. And the newest leaf was like a little bit floppy for the first day, but it really generated back. The next one is also not seeing any roots, but it's also really nice. And the newest leaf is damaged and misformed. So now they can grow happily and free. Maybe, okay, yeah, you can see the root. Just a tiny little root, that not. And that's the good part about semi-hydro. You can just pop it back in. So I really enjoyed this going out, buying plants, be with my friends. I hope you enjoyed watching this. If you did, give the thumbs up and make sure you subscribe. And I hope to see you back in my next video. Bye bye.